Good evening, everyone. Welcome to meditation. My name is Sujantra, and I'll be guiding the meditation this evening. And recently, someone was asking me about different spiritual teachers and if they have different techniques for meditation. And so I thought I would, over the next few meditations, explore some of the different techniques of some of the different meditation teachers that I've either studied with or have read quite a bit about. And I thought I would start appropriately with the teacher with whom I studied for 27 years, Sri Chinmoy. And I first met him in 1980 when I was, I think, 18 years old. I was a sophomore in college. And ended up studying with him for 27 years. So he passed away in 2007, 13 years ago. And so I thought I'd begin with what over the years I discerned as what made his meditations unique. And I want to begin by saying that in general, the meditation techniques offered by spiritual teachers, genuine spiritual teachers, are all very similar in that all of the techniques point to an inner awareness, an awareness beyond our outer senses. And that's really the pivotal moment in the spiritual journey. Most often, or up till we begin our spiritual journey in life, life is really the external world, our external senses, and then all the stuff going on in our mind, which is fed through our senses. And that's a person's whole reality. A big moment comes in life, and the spiritual journey is about nurturing this moment. A big moment comes when we begin to feel or sense or have the experience that there's something more to ourselves, something more to our being than the physical body and the thoughts in our mind. And when that moment dawns, it's a real eye-opener, it's a game changer. Because everything we've planned on, everything we've envisioned about life has been limited to a limited spectrum of what we think life is. And then in that moment of awakening, we all of a sudden feel something greater. And that's in many ways the beginning of the spiritual journey, is when we feel that vastness. And then it's about exploring that. And that's where one goes in search of a spiritual teacher or a spiritual path or a spiritual community, so that there's an environment in which you can nourish that awareness. And so I say the spiritual teachers, their techniques are all similar in that it's about, okay, how do I become more conscious of this subtle part of my being? And that's the spiritual journey. And all meditation techniques begin with some deep relaxation, calming the body, relaxing the body. And that calmness, that relaxation opens an inner door. And it's once you step through that door, that's where I think the different spiritual teachers begin to point in different directions. And a nice analogy that I wrote about in a book that I wrote many years ago about working with a spiritual teacher, the analogy is the journey up a mountain. So you're standing at the base of the mountain, and you can look up and you can see the top. And so it's very clear where you want to go. Then the question is, how are you going to get there? And you can just try and figure it out on your own. Just start running and scrambling up the mountain. That's one possibility. But what a lot of people do is look around and say, okay, well, who's climbed this mountain before? Who can I get some advice from, some insight from on this journey? And that is the quest to find a spiritual teacher, to find a spiritual path. Because we're not the first ones to go up the mountain. We're not the first ones to seek nirvana or salvation, liberation, however you want to term the expression, or in the Sanskrit, samadhi, the deep state of consciousness. And so you see these different guides, different tour companies are offering routes up the mountain. And the journey up the mountain is the same for everyone. You're climbing, you're ascending, you're going up in elevation. But the exact route that the different guides take, that's where the differences occur. And so that's what I like in the different meditation techniques too, is subtle differences on the exact path up the mountain. And so when I think about my years studying with Sri Chinmoy and what really stood out to me about his teachings, I whittled it down to three elements. And all three of these we'll do as part of our meditation tonight. The first is creative energy. Creative energy. And for me, what I learned from Sri Chinmoy, he wrote in one of his books, he wrote that in emotion, there is a creative urge, and this urge is eternal. In emotion, there is a creative urge, and this urge is eternal. And so emotion is such an important part of our lives. Thinking is one thing, but feeling emotion is so much stronger in many ways. And that you can easily see if you're really upset with someone and you're thinking these thoughts, oh, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. And sometimes when you get into that state of mind, there seems like there's no way out. But the way out is always forgiveness, which is an emotion. And so I can be full of all these thoughts in my head, but if I just feel gratitude or forgiveness or compassion, that can completely wipe clean the slate of my mind and lift me to a new state. And so the creative force is an emotion, is an energy that's flowing through us all the time. And Sri Chinmoy was very excited about, or really encouraged, creativity in life, because we have this creative energy flowing through us. We are part of a huge creative urge, the creation of nature. We are a creation. And so we're in this creative flow. It's moving through us all the time, but most often it's unconscious. And so one of the techniques we'll do tonight is a visualization on creativity and looking within your own life and finding some creative outlets, and we'll do this during the meditation, and visualizing that. Because having that creativity in your life really allows you to process and digest and flow through everything you're going through inwardly. So when you turn within, you feel energies, you feel things within yourself, and then the creative process allows you to express that, objectify it, and look at yourself and see yourself and understand yourself. A lot of times if I get home from work and something's bothering me or I'm really happy about something, but I can't figure out what it is, why am I kind of upset or what's bugging me, I'll either grab a paintbrush or grab a guitar and just start emoting. I don't know where it's going, but then very quickly I see, either through the lyrics of the song or through what I'm creating with pen and paper, I see what it is. It's oh yeah, that's the thing that I'm feeling right now. And so we'll do a creative meditation. Then we'll do a meditation on gratitude, thankfulness, which is again an emotion, being grateful. And he called gratitude the miracle energy, a miracle energy. And I first experienced the miracle of gratitude when I was in grammar school. And one day I was sitting at home, it was summertime, and I was bored, and I was complaining to my mom how I was bored. And she was a doctor, and I think she was reading the newspaper, and I was complaining how bored I was, and so she opened up the newspaper and showed me an article about a young person who had just lost their legs in some horrific accident, and it was a well-known person. And she said, look at this, you're sitting around saying you're bored, And look what this person's dealing with. They can't even go out and walk anymore. And just think what they would give to be able to just take a walk. And yet here you are with the ability to do that, and you're sitting here complaining. And so it was really, it was in her way, she was moving me towards a sense of gratitude. It's like, hey, yeah, let me feel, let me remember what I'm grateful for, what I have to look forward to in life. And so the emotion of gratitude is, again, a huge game changer. Just like you can be full of unhappy thoughts or anger thoughts, and forgiveness overrides them. Same thing with gratitude. Gratitude is just such a powerful emotion, and so we'll do a gratitude meditation. And then finally, Sri Chinmoy, when he would talk about the chakras or the energy systems, would talk about the spiritual heart as the center of love, compassion, wisdom, those energies. And so that's the final meditation that we'll do tonight, is a meditation on your spiritual heart. And we'll visualize. And all of them really tie together well. So it's a complete journey into your psyche through creativity, because we're part of the creation of nature, through gratitude, which is a real miracle energy. It's a miracle emotion that really transforms us. And then the awareness of the spiritual heart in terms of your subtle body and subtle awareness. So with that, we will embark into our meditation. And I just finished playing an hour of ping pong, so I am like super relaxed, but thinking that some of you may have come home from work, maybe haven't kind of unwound yet, we'll do a couple physical exercises to help with that, to kind of release. The first we'll do with our shoulders, hands on your thighs. On an inhale, shoulders come forward and up. Exhale, back and down. So just get that cycle going in unison with your breathing. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back down. Do 5 of these. That's 2. Follow your own breath cycle. And with the shoulders back and down. And now sit up nice and straight. You can always do these exercises at night, laying down, or to help you to fall asleep. But right now, let's stay conscious and alert. And we'll do a twist. So you can use your hands. If you're sitting in a chair, you can grab the back of the chair with your right hand and put your left hand either on the inside of the left knee or over on top of the right knee, depending on how much you're able to twist. On the inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to twist low spine. Next exhale, go to mid spine, and then head and neck. And you can use your hands, your arms, to help deepen the twist. So the inhale is lift and lengthen. Exhale is twisting a little more deeply. Maintain that twist while you, again, inhale, lift, lengthen. Take a couple more breaths. Keep twisting, releasing. Let's inhale back to center. Switch your hand positions. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, now twisting to the left. Again, first focus on low spine, mid spine behind your heart, head and neck. Inhale back to center. Good. Now what we'll do is you're going to turn your palms up, but they're on your thighs. So you're comfortable. I'm just going to keep my hands here to illustrate what we're doing. And what we're going to do is we're going to link our hands with our lungs and our face. So on the inhale, your fingers are going to spread wide, your lungs will fill, mouth will open, and your eyes will open as wide as they can. That's all the inhale, so opening and expansion. Exhale. Close the jaw, close your eyes tight, and squeeze your hands. Squeeze your abdominal muscles also. Get out all the air. Then another inhale again. Again, follow your own breath cycle for a few more of these. Squeeze everything out. Nobody's looking at you. Just open up and release. One more. And this time on the exhale, just relax. Let your hands just rest gently open, or turn your palms down on your thighs, your choice, or you can make the classic mudra with the thumb touching the pointer finger. Move your jaw side to side. Let your tongue sink to the bottom of your mouth. Jaw relaxes. Let your eyelids gently close. And begin to breathe in and out slowly. And we'll bring our body to an even deeper sense of relaxation, wherein we're able to let go of body awareness. The more our body relaxes, the more we can forget about it, as we ultimately do in sleep. So as you breathe in, become aware of the muscles around your eyes and in your jaw. Exhale, let all those muscles melt. Inhale, awareness of the muscles in the back of your neck and shoulders. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, feel your chest opening and expanding. Exhale, feel a release, not just physically, but try to feel a release in your heart as you exhale. Just let go of whatever is holding you or binding you emotionally. Feel that inner release in your heart on your exhalation. Now we'll do the same thing in our solar plexus, our belly region. Inhale, belly goes out, just like your lungs fill, your belly goes out. Makes room internally for your lungs to expand. And on the exhale, draw your belly button in towards your spine. Now, to the movement of our belly, we're going to add an awareness of another very subtle part of our body, which is the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor, the base of your torso, down near your tailbone. And the slight movement we're looking to create with zero stress is on an inhale, just like your belly goes out, you're going to let your pelvic floor drop down. So your belly goes out, pelvic floor releases. On your exhale, belly goes in and pelvic floor draws up just a little bit. So you're forcing the air out. Inhale, there's expansion, pelvic floor relaxes, belly goes out. That's your inhale, exhale. Just keep that cycle going. Focus on the entire pelvic floor, not just one area. And now, draw awareness up to your chest. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, just release, relax, and let your body breathe however it wants. Allow your autonomic, your automatic nervous system to do its thing just like it does when you're sound asleep. You're not consciously controlling your breathing, the body's just doing it. Allow the same thing to happen now. Just become the observer, the witness, the enjoyer of your body. Let it breathe and move however it wants. Okay, so now we'll move into our meditation. If you're just joining us, again, tonight we're focusing on the meditation techniques of Sri Chinmoy. And we're going to start with the creative energy meditation. Creativity involves energies coming together, intermixing, and creating something new. And we are part of the creation process of nature. We're part of nature. And so to begin this meditation, we're going to focus on food, water, and air. Food, water, and air. 3 things that you need to exist. And all of these things come to you from the environment. You don't create your own food inside your body. You have to draw it into your body. Same thing with the air. Same thing with the water. And so, using your imagination, using your visualization power, just visualize and imagine all the water around you, all the air around you, all the food. And the visualization technique is just to visualize this energy all coming into you and creating your body. Again, you don't consciously digest your food, you don't consciously activate your internal organs. It happens. This creativity happens. So just visualize the big picture of these energies coming into you, creating who you are. Just enjoy the feeling of being part of this great creation energy of nature. Use your imagination, your creativity to do this. Visualize, feel, hear. Tongue is relaxed. Eyeballs are still and calm, gazing into your back of your eyelids or gazing into your visualization. Breathing is slow and relaxed. Being aware of the creative process that you are part of, food, air, and water. Now, you as a human being are also a creative force. You can create, not just you are created, but also you can create. So now add into your visualization either ways that you know you are creative, that you get satisfaction from, and just reinforce that. Or forge ways that you can be creative. So if you feel that you don't have creative outlets, visualize yourself journaling or painting or exercising or helping other people. Just choose something that you've always imagined you might do that is creative. Take music lessons, whatever it is. Give yourself the space right now to visualize that, to feel that creativity that you're generating. Finally, for the last part of this creativity meditation, be a little more outlandish in your visualization and imagine yourself embarking into a creative adventure that you've always wanted to, but have maybe hesitated on. What's that thing that you've always dreamt of doing or learning? Or a place that you've always wanted to go. Travel is very creative. So give yourself again the space to visualize, to feel, to imagine that in your life. From here, we're going to flow right into our gratitude meditation. The power of gratitude, the power of thankfulness. If you want to clear away the past visualizations, you can open your eyes just a little bit, let in a little light, take a deep breath in, recenter yourself, and once again, close your eyelids. And now what you're going to do is visualize, feel, imagine, hear something in your life that you're grateful for. This can be as subtle as being grateful for existence, but that's rather challenging. Otherwise, choose a situation you're grateful for, a person you're grateful for, an object that you're grateful for. The more expansive, the more subtle, the better. But whatever it is, focus in on the object of your gratitude, visualize it, and as you breathe in, visualize, and as you exhale, try to feel gratitude, even the tiniest little drop of gratitude. And then through your concentration and the repeated efforts, that feeling of gratitude is going to start to expand, and just let that feeling open up within you. With practice, you can let go of the object of gratitude and just focus in on the feeling. And now we'll let this meditation flow into the final part of our meditation, which is the heart center. And your heart center can be filled with gratitude, with love, with compassion, forgiveness, any of these expansive emotions. And imagine that your spiritual heart is right in the center of your chest, that it's a beautiful light, or it's a beautiful melody, or it's a beautiful feeling, or all of those. Feel that as you breathe in energy from the earth or from the sun. You breathe in this subtle energy, it fills your being. And as you exhale, the energy of your heart radiates out. And you might find that these three meditations start to intertwine in this final aspect. That feeling of creativity, of gratitude, and now of your heart center. Follow your imagination. for the last 2 or 3 minutes, either continue just as you are or transition back, if you'd like, to the gratitude meditation or to the creativity meditation. Wherever you find the most satisfaction, focus in on that. Where I sit and practice my meditation, I keep a nice notebook, some nice pens to write with, maybe my phone in case I want to dictate something. And so when I come out of a meditation, I like to jot down any thoughts or inspirations I might have felt, because it's easy to lose them. In meditation, we go to very subtle parts of ourselves. And it's amazing how easy it is to forget about this subtlety once we become really engrossed in the outer world again. So if any nice inspirations came to you, you can jot them down. And then the challenge is to try to manifest them in the outer world. So it's great to feel inside your heart that you want to learn an instrument, learn to play a musical instrument or learn to sing. And then you visualize yourself learning or practicing. And so then the next challenge is to do it in the physical. And that's where it's so easy to get sidetracked by self-doubt or insecurity. And so writing it down, just having that inner resolve to see it through. All right, so the last little bit here, we'll just transition out of our meditation. If you're going to keep meditating, you can do that. Otherwise, starting to become conscious of your body, your surroundings. And as you do become more conscious of your body and your surroundings, simultaneously be aware of how you weren't aware of them in the meditative state. You had turned your awareness inward and had in many respects let go of the physical body and the physical world around you and gone into the subtle part of yourself. So now you're reconnecting with the physical, with the gross material world, but doing so from a heightened awareness. All right. Well, really nice meditating with everyone tonight. As you all know, this is one of the free classes we offer each week through our live stream. So anybody who you know who wants to learn to meditate, 5 or 6 weeks of this class will really help them to do that. Again, tonight's program focused on the meditation techniques of Sri Chinmoy, and we focus specifically on creativity, gratitude, and the heart center. So next week we'll explore another teacher. Really nice meditating with everyone tonight. The light within me bows to and respects the light in each of you. Namaste.